Someone asks how you're doing, and before you've even thought about it, you feel your face do the thing it always does. The corners of your mouth lift. Your voice climbs half a step, lighter than you actually feel. Good. You? The word is out before any part of you agreed to say it. But you're not good. Not really. There's something sitting in your chest that didn't move when you smiled. It's still there, heavy and quiet, while the conversation rolls on without it. And the whole time, there are two of you in that room, the one performing fine and the one underneath, carrying the thing nobody can see. And here's what nobody tells you. The exhausting part isn't the heavy feeling itself. You could carry that. What's actually wearing you down is the second job, the constant, invisible labor of pretending the first thing isn't there. You're not just tired. You're tired from hiding that you're tired. So by the end of this, you're going to understand why forcing yourself to stay positive has been quietly draining you for years, and what to do instead. Not so you can wallow. So you can finally put the mask down and feel lighter, more like yourself. Honest, for once, and okay anyway. Because here's where we have to clear something up first. You were sold a lie gently by people who meant well. Look on the bright side. Good vibes only. It could be worse. You heard it so many times it became the air you breathe. And somewhere in there, you learned that staying positive was the mature thing. That a together person doesn't let the hard stuff show. But forcing a good feeling on top of a real one doesn't erase the real one. It just buries it alive. Picture holding a beach ball underwater. You push it down, and for a second it's gone, out of sight. Problem solved. But it doesn't stay. It strains against your hand. The whole time you're standing there, smiling, casual. You're using everything you've got just to keep it under. And the moment your attention slips, someone says the wrong thing. You're overtired. The day goes sideways. It shoots up out of the water and hits you in the face. That's not you being weak. That's physics. That's what a push-down feeling does. So all that positivity you've been performing, a lot of the time, it isn't hope. It's fear in a nicer outfit. Fear that the feeling underneath is too big, too ugly, that if you let it out you'll be too much and people will leave. So you keep it under the water and call it being positive. And this isn't an argument against hope. Gratitude is real. Optimism is real. The trap isn't positivity. The trap is denial wearing positivity's clothes. There's a world of difference between this is hard and I'll get through it, and this isn't hard. I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. One is strength. The other is a beach ball you're going to lose your grip on. And here's the rule that changes everything. The feeling you refuse to name is the one that ends up running your life. Push a feeling underground and it doesn't go quiet. It just stops asking permission. It leaks out sideways, as the snap in your voice at someone who didn't deserve it, as the numbness where joy used to be, as the exhaustion that sleep doesn't touch, as the slow drifting away from people you love. You think you've contained it. You haven't. You've just lost the ability to see it coming. So the goal was never, how do I feel positive no matter what? The real goal is simpler and so much kinder. How do I tell myself the truth so the feeling can finally move through me and out, instead of setting up camp in the dark and running the show? The first thing you do is just catch it. That automatic, I'm fine. Start noticing it a half second before it leaves your mouth. Just catch the reflex and pause on it, the way you'd notice a habit you didn't know you had. Because you can't be honest about a feeling you never let yourself feel in the first place. The noticing is the crack that lets the light in. Then, once you've caught it, name it name it accurately, not the lazy catch-all words. Stressed is a fog you hide inside. Push past it. Is it tired, scared, lonely, resentful, embarrassed? The specific word is the one that loosens the grip, because the vague word keeps the feeling blurry and untouchable, and the precise one finally gives you something real to hold. Try it quietly, just to yourself. Okay, what I actually feel right now is, and then finish it honestly, even if the answer surprises you. The third thing is the one almost everyone gets backwards. Once you've named it, let it exist. Don't fix it. Don't rush to the silver lining. Don't slap a "but at least" on the end of it. Just let it be there for 60 seconds without trying to talk yourself out of it. But the feeling doesn't need to be corrected. It needs to be felt. Feelings that get felt move on. Feelings that get managed move in. The fourth one takes it out of your own head. Tell one real person, not the whole world, not a post, not a performance for an audience, one safe human. You break the act with a single honest sentence. Honestly, I'm not doing great right now. That's it. That's the whole brave thing. And watch what happens, because almost every time, the other person softens. Because they've been holding their own beach ball under the water too, thinking they were the only one. Connection doesn't live in the mask. It only ever lived in the truth. And the fifth one turns all that honesty into something that changes your life. Because once you've admitted what's true, it points straight at what needs to happen. Resentment usually means there's a boundary you haven't drawn. Exhaustion usually means there's rest you keep refusing yourself. Loneliness means reach out. And a weight that won't lift no matter what you do. That means it might be time to talk to someone whose job it is to help. One honest action beats one more affirmation. Every single time. The feeling was never asking you to chant at it. It was asking you to do something. But I want to slow down here because the single moment isn't really the point. The real question is bigger. How long have you been doing this? How many years have you been answering fine on autopilot? To your friends, your family, your own face in the mirror. Because here's what happens when you perform okayness long enough. You lose the thread of it yourself. You get so good at the mask that you forget there's a face under it. And then one day you wonder why everything feels flat. Why you feel numb. Why you're surrounded by people and not one of them really knows you. That's not a character flaw. That's just what happens when nobody's been home in there for a long time, including you. So this is the practice that holds all the others together. Not a one-time confession, a standing habit. A quiet, regular check-in with yourself. No audience, no fixing, just stopping and asking, what's actually true right now? Some days the answer is, I'm genuinely good, and you get to enjoy that without suspicion. Other days it's, I'm barely holding it together, and that's allowed too. The point isn't the answer. The point is that someone's finally asking and finally telling the truth. And let me be clear about what this honesty is. It's the doorway, not the destination. Telling the truth about how you feel doesn't fix your life by itself, but it's what lets you finally rest, finally reconnect, and finally reach for real help when the weight is more than you should be carrying alone. There's no weakness in that. None. The honesty is the strong thing. It's what steady, grounded people are quietly built out of. Because real peace was never pretending you're okay. It can't be. Pretending takes constant effort, and effort isn't peace. Real peace is sturdier than that. It's knowing you can tell the truth about a hard day and survive it. That you can say, I'm not okay out loud, and the world doesn't end. The people don't leave. and you're still standing, lighter, because you finally set the beach ball down. So picture the old you, smiling on autopilot, light voice, heavy chest, carrying the thing alone, exhausted from the hiding, unseen even in a crowded room. And then picture the version of you on the other side of this. Still has hard days. Everyone does. But grounded in them. Honest. Actually known by the people around you because you finally let yourself be. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're not too much. You were just tired from carrying something you were never meant to carry in silence. So here's where we go next. Because there's a real difference between a feeling you're meant to sit with and let pass, and a feeling that's trying to tell you to change something. And getting those two confused keeps people stuck for years. That's the next video. Subscribe and hit the bell so it finds you when it lands. And before you go, tell me in the comments, what's the hardest part for you? Catching the "I'm fine" before it slips out? Finding the real word for what's underneath? Or saying it out loud to someone? Tell me honestly. No mask, just the truth for once. I'll be reading.